Hello guys, welcome back to DevSplate, and if you are new here, I'm Eric, and in today's video we are going to talk about the proxy chains. So in today's digital age, the online privacy and security are more important than ever. So with the rise of the cyber threats, mass surveillance and data breaches, it is essential to take control of your online identity and protect your sensitive information. So we find that one effective way to maintain your online anonymity is by using the proxy chains, okay? And we are going to ask ourselves, what is this a proxy chain? So a proxy chain is a series of proxies that are linked together to anonymize your internet traffic. So it will be making it difficult for anyone to track your online activities back to your real IP address. Now, in this video, we'll delve into world of the proxy chains and exploring how they work and the different types of proxies, and also how to set up a proxy chain in a Kali Linux. Now, that being said, let's also look on how and where we commonly use the proxy chains. Okay. Now, first we use it to anonymize our online activities. Okay, and the second thing, we also use to bypass the geo restrictions. So you'll find that I want a product in US and I'm in Kenya, and the product is not available for my country geolocation. Okay, now I will use the proxy to access the product, right? So we also use it in evading the censorship and also protecting against the cyber threats. Now, the big question here is, how do proxy chains works? Okay. Now, first, I will be giving you a step-by-step explanation how the proxy chains work. Okay. First step is that your device will send a request to the first proxy in the chain, and the first proxy in the chain will forward your request to the second proxy in the chain. Right? Now, the second proxy will forward your request to the third proxy, and so on. So you assume that you have maybe 10 proxies. You can imagine the request will be going through all those 10 proxies. And now, the interesting part of it, that is the final proxy in the chain is the one which will send your request to the destination server. So your location, remember, maybe you have 10 proxies, one in Kenya, one in Bangladesh, one in Canada, one in US. So you'll find that the final one might be in Japan. So you will find that your final identity will be showing you are from Japan. Okay. Now, the destination server will respond to the final proxy, which will forward the response back through the chain. Okay. Now, your device will receive the response from the first proxy. So you can imagine, maybe a good example, I say that maybe you are in Kenya, and from Kenya you use a proxy. Your first proxy is a France proxy, and your last one is a Japan proxy. So you'll find that when you request, your request will first pass through what? The first one, okay? Then the last one will be the Japan proxy now. So you will find that the proxy in between here, there are so many, and that request have to go through all of them, right? Now, that being said, we are going to also look the several types of the proxies, and we'll be opening our terminal here to see what we have. Now, in the first place, let me first, you should navigate to be a root user by just you will type sudo, then you feed on your password, then you'll be here. You'll be now at root. Okay. Now I will say I want to first confirm if I have the proxy, so I will type proxy. Okay, then enter. It's somehow still loading. It will take time. It will somehow take time, but for that, so that we don't waste time, let's Control-C to move out of the process, and we are now going to configuration file by using the nano editor. okay, then forward slash, the pathway is etc, okay, forward slash, then we use the proxy chain .conf, okay, conf, here should be proxy chains, okay, that way, then enter. Now we are here, boom. Okay, now there's something you might be new with the 8 maybe, and that it might be this hash here. You find that we have hashes coming down, okay. By the way, when you want to navigate through this, you can use your mouse wheel, or maybe you can also use the keyboard keys, the arrow keys down, okay. Now you will be able to navigate easily. For me, I will be using the mouse wheel because I'm used to that, but for you can use either, okay. Now we are going to talk about first the configuration file, the proxy chain configuration file. We are dealing with the version 3.1, so you have to note that. And again, these are the proxies that we are going to talk about. So we are going to talk about HTTP. We are used to it. We use it in Tor, okay. Then we also have SOX 5, SOX 4, which is not majorly used, and I will explain that's why. Also we have SOX 5. Now we'll be dealing with this SOX 5 in details, so we'll be talking about it in this video. And again, we have something we have to note here. So I said that these hashes means the comment. So to know the script that is active here, it is the one which is not it is not commented. So the script which is not commented here is strict chain. So this is the chain I'm using for my device, and is by default, okay. Now when I want to explain this, I will be explaining all about these chains. So you can see here we have the dynamic chain, and we also have the stick chain, and we also have the random chain. So I will be explaining them one by one, okay. Now let's start with the stick chain. Now by default, with this the proxy is not jumping from one proxy to another. The proxy is strict to a particular proxy. So we can say that maybe you're using a German proxy. That proxy will be strictly for German, okay. So which means all your request, maybe your request to the server, will be originating from German. If you are maybe in Kenya, you'll find that all your requests will be originating in Kenya, okay. So with this is a default one when you download the proxy chains, okay. Now we also have the random proxy, and for this we can use a list, and also I will be explaining so much about it. But now our concern here is dynamic chain. So with the dynamic chain, we'll be using, we can use so many proxies, but at least one must be online, because when when we have any dead proxy in the chain, you'll find that your proxy will be prompting you out of the network, okay. Now to maintain or to be stable in a network, we'll be using this dynamic chain. Well, that explained. Now let's come down here. So you will find also, when we look at this here, I want to explain something about the DNS leaks, okay. Now you'll find that you are using a proxy maybe from German, and your identity, all your traffic are originating from German. So by just using the proxy, it doesn't guarantee you full anonymity, because your DNS leaks will be still be in a position to be intercepted, right? Now it means we have a difference between the DNS request and the traffic. So the traffic will be originating from German, as we specified in the proxy, and also the DNS will be pointing, the DNS request will be pointing your original country location. Okay, so you will not be able to be fully anonymous. So we will be also checking on how to configure the DNSs so that we maintain full anonymity. That being said, we are coming down here. I need you to understand this. Please, you go through this, and I will be explaining here. You ensure that you master this format, and I'll be explaining everything in the next video. Okay, remember the next video is when now I'm going to show you how we can configure the file, and how we can use the proxies, and also how we can do the scannings in a network, and you remain fully anonymous. Okay, now here with the proxy list, we are going to add the proxy. If you have another proxy, or you buy your proxy, we can add it here, and we are going to explain how it works. So by SOCKS here, by default, is user store, and we'll be also working on that and seeing on how we can remain fully anonymous. Guys, when you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. If you find this video helpful, you kindly give us a thumb up, and if you find it's not helpful, please let us know in the comment section. So let's meet in the next